I just got a new padlock to put on the new shed that I got. And so I went with something that was digital, simply because I don't want to keep track of keys. So let's get this thing open and figure out how it works. Though before we even open it, from looking at our front, you can see that they're telling you that it can be opened with a code, with your fingerprint, or with an app. So opening up the box. Okay, so here's what we have in here. There is the lock itself. Let's take this out and set it aside for a second. It came with a USB-A to USB-C charger. Let's take the foam out. They gave us a manual in English and German, and there's also a card that has support information on it. So the first thing the manual has you to do is to install the app. So they put a QR code in here that presumably will get me there faster. And it does. So here we are. Let's get this installed. So I'm opening the app. And I need to make a user account. So let me do that. Okay, I've gotten the app installed. Looks like there's a number of permissions that it wants. So camera permission, user scan code for the add friend function. I don't need to do that now. Storage permission, used to customize avatar. I don't need that. Notifications for receiving device alarms. This one I think I need. Nearby equipment for the Bluetooth functionality. Now, I'm giving it these permissions right now. After I give it these permissions and whenever I'm not using this, I am going to turn these permissions off because you just can't trust a lot of apps nowadays. And that might not even be the app developer that is aware this is going on, but sometimes they have other components that once they collect location information, they will send it back somewhere where it can work its way through other parties that you might not want knowing your location. So, no longer remind. Please watch the tutorial. I guess we'll view it for a little bit. So it does let me know that I can also get to this tutorial video on YouTube. Okay, this is straightforward. I don't think you actually need to watch this whole thing. So now, let's get to adding a smart lock. Get my camera turned back on here so you can see what I'm doing. Please confirm that Bluetooth has open. I think they're asking me to confirm that Bluetooth is turned on, which it is. Okay. And there's the lock. And so the lock turned on automatically when I touched one of the keys, but let's go ahead and add it. And now I get to put in a code. It has to be 6 to 8, or 6, let's see, 6 digits. So for the sake of this video, we're going to put in a simple code. 6 digits, we're going to do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change name. And we're just going to call this Shed, because that's where I plan to put this. Okay, so I've got it added, so let's see if we can use this here. So if I put in the code on the lock itself, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I press the key button. Okay, and it unlocked. I lock it back. Okay, now it's locked, and I can't open it. Cool. Now, the other thing I still need to do, let's see if we can change settings on here. Fingerprint management. This is what I wanted. So add to, because in addition to the code, there is a fingerprint scanner that is on the back of this lock. We're going to call this Win Joel Thumb. R for right. So add fingerprint.
Please press the fingerprint on the fingerprint lock. Please record again. Please record again. Please record again. Please record again. Entry successful.
Okay, so now I should be able to unlock this just by putting my thumb here. It changes green, and now I can unlock it. And so after it unlocks, you can kind of hear the mechanism on the inside. A few seconds later, it relocks so that when you put this back in place, it'll stay there. The other way that you can operate this is you can also control it from within the app itself. So if I press the unlock button there, then it unlocks that way too. Okay, so this is pretty simple setup. I guess the only other things that you need to know is it does have a battery. If you want to charge it, you remove this flap, and then you have access to USB-C. And this is going to be used for outdoor use. Whenever you're not using it, it goes to sleep and wake it up. Just press a button and it'll light up to let you know that it's awake. Cool. So everything's set up. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this put on my shed. And just an FYI, if you get one of these, take note that it also supports you setting up temporary codes. So if you want to give a temporary code to someone so that they have access to this, you could do that. You could give different codes to different people, whether temporary or not. So if you ever need to revoke somebody's access, you could just revoke their access without having to affect anyone else.